Welcome back to another video with the Afro Hippie Journalist. And I've seen quite a few photos surfacing with these white university students in blackface. And I want to say that I'm not offended simply because their ignorance is so prevalent over it being offensive. Okay, and I say that because these students think that they can post pictures online and still associate their social media with these universities, thinking that nothing will happen to them, that there will be no repercussions, no consequences, no anything. And their ignorance is laughable. Like it really is. It is very laughable. And so this picture, they um, put Black Lives Matter, but I mean, honestly, I feel like they're being facetious. I mean, if they really felt that Black Lives Mattered, they could have just wore a shirt or had a sign, you know, or something like that. It says the University of North Dakota is investigating a photo that shows 4 white students in black facial masks that was apparently posted on Snapchat with the caption Black Lives Matter. Minor note, just a side note, you will never catch a black person trying to pretend to be white by putting white paint on. I mean, all fun and making fun of these white people who are, trying to use blackface. And yeah, they poke fun at them. But in seriousness, no black person would do this. The photograph is the second racially charged image associated with the university to be released in less than 2 days. An earlier picture of 3 white students, one of whom flashes a peace sign reading, "Locked the black bitch out," was previously shared on the same messaging platform. University of North Dakota's President Mike Kennedy, whose term began in July, addressed both episodes in a statement. "I'm appalled that within 48 hours, 2 photos with racially charged messages have been posted on social media and associated with the UND campus community," he said in a statement. "It is abundantly clear that we have much work to do at the University of North Dakota in educating our students and the entire university community on issues related to diversity, inclusion, and respect for others." Now, just a little backstory on what blackface is for those of you who are young or of a millennial like myself, though I like old movies. Blackface is what white actors used to do to portray black people in movies because they would not allow black people to be in movies. And I think this was during the time of probably like right after slavery. It was still, I think, during the time of segregation where they wouldn't allow black people to be in movies. And the thing with the blackface is these white people would act like black people. They would portray black characters, but it would be very demeaning, very slanderous, very low down, just very insulting. Those are the kind of portrayals that they would play in these movies. So that's just a little backstory on what blackface is, because a lot of people, I think, don't understand what that is. Anyway, the UND Police Department Office of Student Rights and Responsibilities are conducting investigations into both incidents. Kennedy wrote that the school is also researching best practices for diversity education. Now, according to their statistics, they have almost 15,000 students, which 2.5% are black. Here's my thing. What I highly suggest is that all black students withdraw from these predominantly white universities and enroll in HBCU. Because the only reason that these predominantly white universities are even saying something about these pictures is they know that their black population and black enrollment is going to decline severely. And these schools, for funding purposes, need to have diverse campuses. They have to have a diverse student body. And I think that's the only reason that they're even, saying anything about it. Because if it wasn't that way, if they weren't, receiving funding for having a diverse university, then they wouldn't be saying anything about it. It says, I have been disappointed to learn that we have people in our university community who don't know that the kind of behavior messaging demonstrated in these two photos is not okay, and that in fact it is inexcusable. I think they know that it's not okay. That's why they did it. These people, millennials, are not that ignorant. Even the white ones. Okay? I'm a millennial, and I know damn well that they know what they were doing. It says he also wrote that he sees this as an opportunity, as an opportune moment to provide an education to all members of our campus community and to use this situation as an opportunity to address what some see as long-standing issues within our community and across the country. Now, the picture before, I think, the last picture I saw, I don't know if it was a Snapchat picture, but I think either one or both of the girls were expelled from the university. And like I say, I don't think that these universities really care if these type of things wouldn't possibly, affect their funding. And I have to say that I'm enjoying the ignorance of white people because it's funny to watch. It really is. I mean, it's almost as funny as that white female police officer who lied and said a black man shot her and nobody even shot her. There wasn't even an incident. Like, that's laughable to me. Like, y'all are fucking crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna put that out there. White people, majority of them anyway, are fucking crazy. Not all of them, but a good majority of them. And I feel like these things are gonna continue to happen, but here's my thing. Though I don't condone, this whole blackface, I would never condone it, even though I'm not all that insulted right now about it because their ignorance, like I said, is more prevalent over this. If you're going to do something, racial like that, make sure that your, social media is of no connection to the university that you're at, no connection to the job that you're at, anything. Because someone's going to find out. That's like none of my social media has anything about the school I work at, where I live. I mean, other than I live in Houston, but I mean, like, what part of Houston? Like, if you're going to do something like that, make sure no one else can see it. And make sure that, if you're going to post something like that, like, that's the thing. We're in a day and age of technology, and everything can be screenshotted nowadays. So when you're putting stuff out there on the internet, just keep that in mind that someone can screenshot this and send it to a bunch of people, and they can send it to a bunch of people, and the cycle repeats, and it becomes viral. And then who gets in trouble? You do. So, with that being said, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about this. Do you think they should get expelled? Do you feel the same way I do about these schools only saying something because it could affect their funding and decrease their black population? Let me know in the comment section, and until next time.